All right, I'm almost ready to add some more sounds to this, maybe a closed hi-hat. So there is a closed hi-hat loaded up right here. However, I'm not nuts about the sound. And so sometimes you load a drum group and it has a bunch of effects on it. So at the sound level here, we can see this hi-hat has a couple, like a phaser, a maximizer. What I'm going to do is hold on Shift and remove some of this stuff. You can also just bypass it so it doesn't have any effect on the sound in case you might want to use it later. And I want to remove this phaser I didn't like, and let's go ahead and also remove the transient master. So now, if I come back to the hi-hat, it sounds a little bit better. What I want to talk about now is that there are drum synths inside of Maschine. So how often do you basically try to browse through your entire sound library? Like if I was to look for a cymbal or a hi-hat right now, a closed hi-hat, I probably have, I don't know, 5,000 samples of hi-hats somewhere on my computer. How the heck am I supposed to find the one? Am I supposed to just arrow through every single hi-hat I have? Or should I just make one myself? And that's the beauty of the drum synths here. So the drum synths, you can add one in simply by coming in to a blank pad, and at the sound level, hit enter. You have instruments and the internal Maschine instruments. And now you can see I have a whole list. For instance, we could load a kick. Now, there are different engines for different drum instruments. So for instance, this is the kick. And I can do things like immediately make a big booming 808 style. Bend it more. Longer. Add more attack. A different kind of attack. Pitch it. Etc. You have total control to kind of come in and shape. And there's many different engines. Even physically modeled acoustic. So you can kind of get in and really adjust it any which way. Now, if I hold Shift Browse, I can come back to that same internal instrument, and let's load something like a snare just so you can get an idea. There are every kind of option just to quickly get in here and shape something. For instance, maybe you want to even add, one of my favorites is the percussion. So maybe I wanted a shaker in here. And I'll come to the shaker, which is amazing. Check this out. You can actually put it in performer mode. And have it playing back like an actual shaker. It's crazy. And if you come over to the next page, you can even kind of adjust it a bit more with some swing or twist or the length. Get some really interesting patterns happening. And so maybe we want to record that in. We can actually do that. Now, first, let's go back and adjust this hi-hat real quick, because again, I don't want to search for all my hi-hats. I can immediately get in here and kind of tweak some sounds to get a hi-hat I like better. And I like that much more. So let's come in, I'm gonna hit tab on my keyboard again so we can see the pattern. I can do this again from here on the Maschine. And what I'm gonna do is first just record that percussion pattern. Again, I just hold it down and go. It's a little bit loud. I'll just turn it down. And pan it to the right. So our simple drum groove is getting actually quite interesting now. Let's go ahead, in the next video we're going to go ahead and sequence the hi-hats.